Welcome back, everybody. My name is Nicholas Bogroff Gansel, and I am creatively bankrupt. So today, we are diving into a trailer reaction. I wasn't actually planning on filming today, but I was on YouTube and suddenly what gets recommended in my feed but Mortal Kombat trailer 2021. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm a little surprised this didn't happen sooner, honestly. Because Mortal Kombat is deeply nostalgic for a lot of people. And I remember some people have complained that the 1995 movie was PG-13, which meant they couldn't do all the gory blood stuff that they did in the game. But when you think about it, it wouldn't have made sense to release an R-rated Mortal Kombat movie in 1995 because a huge percentage of the game's audience was still children. And, you know, pixelated blood is not the same thing as, like, movie blood. So, from a marketability standpoint, they had to make it PG-13. But this is a Redban trailer, which leads me to believe they are doing a full-on R-rated Mortal Kombat movie. Which makes sense, because if you grew up with Mortal Kombat, you are now an adult. I mean, yeah, sure, there are probably kids playing some iteration of Mortal Kombat today, but if you grew up with, like, the arcade version of Mortal Kombat, all the kids who were too young to see an R-rated movie in 1995 are well beyond old enough to see an R-rated movie now. Anyhow, let's get started. I'm really excited to see what they do with this.
First learned about this 7 years ago. On a mission in Brazil to capture a wanted fugitive.
Oh, shit!
When we got there, it tore through our unit in seconds.
Oh!
The target had superhuman abilities.
I'm seeing now why it's a Redban trailer.
It had the same marking you do, Cole.
It's a birthmark.
What do you mean?
He was born with it.
It's not a birthmark, Cole. It means you've been chosen.
Throughout history, different cultures all over the world reference a great tournament of champions. That dragon marking? I think it's an invitation to fight for something known. As Mortal Kombat.
Oh, shit!
These are your champions.
I'm Sonya. That's Kano.
I'm Liu Kang.
Name's Jax.
Kung Lao. Lord Raiden. The fate of Earth is in our hands.
No matter how many of my people you put in the ground, we will not fail. Kill them.
Oh! Oh, that's gnarly! And he's not done!
Get over here!
Oh, fuck yeah!
Kano wins. You fucking beauty.
Okay, that looks fucking awesome. That looks fucking incredible. Yeah. So, I remember in the 1995 movie, the premise was a lot more simple. It was kind of just, hey, get on the boat and come to the tournament. Whereas in this, they've really mythologized it, which... Mythologicalized? I'm gonna go with mythologized. They mythologized it, which makes sense for, just the way a lot of current stories are told. You think about everything is really about building franchises, and so there's always, like, the lore that has to go along with that. With franchising products comes, you know, building out the world and having the different pieces connect. So I don't know if they're trying to launch a franchise. They probably are, because that's what, that's what they're usually trying to do. But Mortal Kombat would actually really lend itself to a franchise. Because the original games didn't have tons of story, it was much more about the characters. They had their own looks, they had their own styles, they had their own moves. It leaves a lot open for storytelling, and for, you can really just go interesting places with it, because there aren't too many parameters on what it has to be to still feel like Mortal Kombat. And because there are so many characters, and they come from, so many places, and they have all these different weird backstories, you could do, like, standalone movies about these different characters. You could do TV shows about, different side things that are going on. And you could do a bunch of movies. So, if it's a hit, we could see a whole Mortal Kombat franchise come out. But, again, in COVID times, who the hell knows what's going to make its money back and what's not. The fights look like they're going to be gnarly. One thing I really appreciate is, as I was watching characters do moves, even as someone who's not deeply familiar with all the different characters, like finishing moves and stuff, I recognize some of them. I was just like, oh, when he throws the sword chain thing and pulls the guy forward, like, there were moments like that where I just felt like, oh yeah, like, suddenly I had a flashback to seeing that happen as a kid. But they were using very modern cinematic techniques, so the camera was, like, spinning around characters. It was moving very fluid, which is what you want when you adapt to a new medium, is you want to see how does this medium take advantage of and get the most out of the same material. So having the fights be, it sounds weird to say 3D, but, like, to have them move in three-dimensional space like that is very cool, because it was originally, a two-dimensional fighting game. And as long as the fights are directed like that, I feel like it'd be hard for this movie to suck. Like, it'd be really hard for this movie to suck. They could do it, but it'd be hard. As long as you get the action right, and as long as the characters and story aren't painful, I feel like this movie's going to be awesome. But it looked like they're actually going to make the story cool, and make the characters cool, and not just rely on, well, it's action and everything else is stupid. The 1995 movie very much took as light of a touch as it could with the storyline. It was like, this is not about the story, this is about the action and the characters. But as a result, they didn't put, like, a stupid storyline in there. They were just like, okay, we need enough of a story to hold the film together, but we don't want to, get bogged down and stuff. This kind of storyline, there is a danger that you'll get bogged down in shit people don't care about. Like, if you go too deep into the mythology too quickly, and if the mythology's not interesting, that'd be a problem. But, I don't know. I got a good vibe off this. I'm looking forward to this. And it said it was coming out in, like, April or something, so yeah, let's do it up. So yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say. If you enjoyed my reaction, please like and subscribe, because I'd love to have y'all coming back on the regular.